Alright then. So let's pick up where we left off. A sketchy poster on the second floor of Broadway. Let's go up to the second floor, shall we? Where is that sketchy poster? Sketchy. Aha! Ah, I see that sign caught your attention too. Huh? The Super Ultra True Puppet. It's quite the intriguing name, that's for sure. Like the name says, it's an exquisitely crafted doll made to look just like a real human being that you can buy online, or so I hear. Though calling it Super and Ultra True is a tad redundant. They could have gotten the point across without using both terms. It's actually not that expensive. I'm thinking of saving up my money and buying one myself. And it's made by Juragumoko Ltd. A nice snappy name for a company, although there's a bit of a sketchy vibe to it too. Anyway, I wonder who the model behind this doll is, to come to think of it. Hey, a case is coming from May at the Inoding Occult Research Club. Drop by the office when you can, alright? Well, so that's what that poster looks like. Alright then, let's see what the case is. It is from May, Living Doll, Dead Person. Occult Research Club's May. Oh, it's the May it's the May from Overwatch lookalike. And Broadway. Have you heard of Super Ultra True Puppets? We ply our trade there. 800 yen, 500 Cyber Sleuth points, and a Stun Barrier DX. Let's do it. Living Doll, Dead Person. Investigation start. Detective Kuremi, you have to help us. You have to help us, please. May, calm down. I'm sure she'll help us. Tell me what's going on. What's wrong? Given that this is business from the Occult Club, I take it we've got another supernatural case on our hands? Yeah, I mean, no, probably. I don't think this has anything to do with the occult this time. Oh, then why all the big fuss? Well, there are apparently these dolls being sold on the internet that look just like me and May. I think those dolls are called Super Hyper Ultra Lookalikes or something like that. Huh? Hey, I just saw a poster about that! You must be referring to the Super Ultra True Puppets. I've heard rumors about them. Alright, tell me more. These dolls, their faces, their bodies, everything from top to bottom looks just like us. They're so accurate, it's creepy. And, to make matters worse, they're being sold real cheap. You think they could go for at least a little more money on the market. That's not really the problem here. You get that, right? But it still sucks. It makes me feel like they see me as some kind of cheap piece of junk. I mean, I find it weird too, that your doll costs several thousand yen more than mine, but... Wait, so you do care about the prices after... I said it's not important! Anyway, these dolls that look just like us are being bought by otaku all over the place. And when I think about what those guys are probably doing with to them, it just really creeps me out. You know, this reminds of another incident. I wonder if this is connected to that. What kind of incident? There's a really dicey looking service out there that's called the Perfect Girl Project. You can use it to get a living doll made in the image of your ideal girl and live the life you've always dreamed of. But the police have been hearing about how owners of these dolls are going missing. I was just discussing it with Detective Matayoshi. Super Ultra True Puppets and living dolls that made in the images of people's dream girls. I guess they sound like they could be related, but are you sure there's really a connection? That's a tough part to prove. To make dolls that look so similar to how you two really are, it'd take having pretty specific data on your bodies. I imagine getting your hands on something like that isn't exactly easy. Actually, I have an idea how they might have managed to pull it off. There's an LDC machine in an arcade in Akihabara that I think might be suspicious. LDC? You don't mean lustful dream chicks, do you? There's certainly not one for subtlety if that's the case. Of course Kyoko would think that. No, not that. I mean Living Doll Club. That's what LDC stands for. Maybe Kyoko's a bit of a pervert? Oh! I mean, of course she would come up with that thought. Right. It's a machine that scans all of your body and makes a 3D printed figure of it. Our data could have somehow leaked out of that, I guess. I definitely can't deny the possibility. Then our next step is clear. We need to head straight to Akihabara and gather info on this Living Doll Club machine. That'll be your job, David. As for me, I'll see if I can dig up anything else regarding the Perfect Girl project. Alright, you got keyword, Living Doll Club. Oh, we got a Digiline message. Mirage Galgamon Burst Mode. Thanks for everything. I sent you a little something to say thanks. We'll check it out later. First, we'll go check out that Living Doll Club in Akihabara. However, unless if Kyoko came up with that just to, you know, fool around. That's just my thought. That's just my guess. Huh? You want to talk to me? Why? What is it? Living Doll Club. Ah, Living Doll Club, is it? For a time, there was this huge ad campaign about how it used the latest in 3D tech and whatnot. Haha, bingo, the first guy we came across. There was a Living Doll Club in the arcade down the way, wasn't there? The arcade. The arcade. You mean at the Sega place? Oh. You there! I can tell from your body language you're frustrated and unhappy. Huh? How? I'm just fine. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know this is out of the blue, but I bet you're into beautiful women, aren't you? Huh. I'll have you know that I sell top-notch dolls of only the prettiest girls. Maybe you've heard of them? They're called Super Ultra True Puppets. Aha! You! If you want, I can let you have one for cheap. Go ahead, check this one out for yourself. Nokia? Granted, this one's an ugly one that was made as an experiment, and it hasn't sold well. But you understand how real my dolls look now, right? Oh boy. Good grief. Well, if you're interested in having one of these for yourself now, I've got something even better, but it's a top secret service. Nobody can know. He's a very diabolical man. He's very diabolical. Let me ask you, how are you doing health-wise? I'm just fine. Let's see. Well, best I've ever been. Great to hear. Really, even if you weren't 100% perfect, you'd probably still be fine. Huh? I bet you're bored with how your day-to-day life is going. Wouldn't you love to just throw it all away and spend it with the girl of your dreams? Doesn't that just sound fantastic? Because with the Perfect Girl project, I can offer you exactly that. You again! You brought up both of them! With the Perfect Girl project, you can have your ideal girl recreated and sent straight to your room as a living, breathing human being. There's just one condition you have to abide by if you use this service. Just one condition and you can be free from the tedium you've lived with up until now. Huh. I bet you're wondering just what that condition actually is. I understand, that's a fair question to ask. Tell you what, I'll let you in on that condition, free of charge. The one condition is that once your dream girl has been sent to your room, you can never leave it for the rest of your life. Simple, right? Whoa! That's way too crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, you don't have to worry about survival. The girls take care of that for you. So what do you think? Not a bad deal, right? That's okay. Take all the time you need to think. Once you know you want one, just get in touch and I'll make it happen. Mwahaha! Right now, I think I'll just go check out the LDC machine at the arcade. Ah, here we go. How's your investigation about the LDC machine coming along? Ah, so you're just about to get started on it. You encountered a suspicious man out by the LDC machine? Excuse me. That's good timing, because I'm detecting a faint digital noise signature close to where you're standing. You better take a close look at that arcade machine. I bet you'll find some clues about how these super ultra true puppets are being made. As usual, this case is starting to take some weird turns, so be ready for anything in there. Looks like I can connect jump into the LDC unit. Whoa. Let's do that. And of course, gotta kill the encounters. I mean, in this kind of world where you can have the technology to make 3D prints of human beings, 3 times SP Capsule Bs, have the technology to make 3D prints of human beings. That's, oh my, wow. That's way bizarre if you ask me. That's way bizarre. Oh, it looks like I've been here before. I mean, granted, we could get that box, but not that one that... I mean, it's like we're in the other section of a digital space that we were in earlier, but we couldn't really access every single corner. So I want to make sure, of course, I grab every single thing I can in here. Oh, here's another one. Intelligence boost times 3. I think this is where something would be. Aha! That was an Inframon. So I want to make sure if this is where it takes me to that other box. Yes, it does. Awesome. HP Capsule B times 2. Alright, looks like that was everything. So, this is an Inframon. He must be the root cause. I take people's data, make dolls from it. Lots and lots of dolls. Dolls that steal souls, then people become dolls. Steal souls? Yikes! The dolls are lifelike. The people are deathlike. Huh? Who? What are you? Any interference must be punished. Any interference must be punished. Great. Now we got this Inframon to deal with. Luckily, with the holy techniques, we'll take care of him. So yeah, I can just go to town on him with the holy techniques. Now let me see. Let's go with the Shield of the Just. Since it's a magic attack. Aha! I figured he'd be a bit weaker. Whoa. Not to mention that move is more powerful than Saint Knuckle. But I suspect it's a bit more powerful because he doesn't have that much. He's more vulnerable to magic attacks than physical attacks. There's something on the ground. Got mysterious URL. Did you just come out of the LDC machine? You again. You're not with the cops or something, are you? Are you? Uh, let's see. I'll just tell him straight up. I'm a cyber sleuth! Loud and proud, baby. Oh. I didn't realize that was who I was hitting up. I must not be on top of things like I used to be. Well, I've made a good amount of money as it is. Maybe it's time to call it good enough for now. Hmm? Don't bother trying to come after me. If there's one thing I'm still good at, it's running away. See you. Yeah, go ahead and make like Monty Python and run away! Run! Run! So the perpetrators behind this case are probably that salesman you met and a Digimon working together. Which happened to be in Vermont. It's unfortunate he got away, but we'll live. As we suspected, those two probably used that LDC unit to gather up girls' data, and they used it to make the super ultra true puppets. Then does that mean you guys checked out the LDC unit in Akiba? That probably means you have a good idea of who's behind our dolls then, right? Don't get too excited. We didn't arrest the guy, but we've got him cornered. I doubt he'll try to pull something like this again anytime soon. But the question still remains as to what's become of the Perfect Girl project now. At the very least, we know each doll's looks are derived from a real person. The doll's realism is then used to help sway potential candidates to join the project. But what is the Perfect Girl project even really about in the first place? I think Detective Karimi mentioned that people who are a part of it have been disappearing, right? Indeed. David actually picked up some rather useful information about what's required of anybody who does join the project. That URL. What is it? Anybody who has their dream girl sent to their room can never leave it, ever. Also yes. I'm sure I don't need to explain why that's probably a bad deal. Oh, now we get to the URL. Oh, what's this? My, it's a URL left at the scene of the crime. This might come in handy, David. I want you to go to that URL and check it out. But don't worry about going too deep inside. We don't know what you'll find in there. It's very possible we could be dealing with something extremely dark and sinister. Dark and sinister? Dark and sinister. We're talking as grim as the stuff you look at for fun in your club. Maybe even more so. Whatever's on the other side, it's not going to be pretty by any means. Aha! Eat an open space at the URL. Examon, how about bringing a little something next time you visit? Food would be good. I understand. Please wait a little longer, okay? Alright. Let's see what this guy has to say. Huh? Who are you? A cyber sleuth? Heh, man, this place sure is getting crowded now. Is this my room? Yeah, of course it is. What's this about it being inside Eden? Stop joking around. This is clearly the real world. How could I be in cyberspace? He's way out of it. Who are all these girls around me? They're my dream girls. My dream girls as pure, pristine dolls. Yep, this has all been made possible thanks to the Perfect Girl project. You really know your stuff. As promised, in exchange for these dolls, I've stayed locked up inside my room. Life with these girls is the best. I couldn't be happier. They take care of everything I need. Really, I don't see any reason to ever leave this place anyway. It's perfect here. He's like, don't you understand? But this really is inside Eden? Cut it out already with that, man. Are you sure you're not the one who's actually dreaming right now? No. It's obviously him who's dreaming. He's way out of it. Huh. Alright then. So that URL led you to one of the victims of the Perfect Girl project. Victim? What do you mean? Remember, to join the project, you have to stay holed up inside your room for the rest of your life. But in reality, he was lured into Eden, and now he's living with those girls there while he's actually unconscious. But then that means... Right. The so-called life he's leading with those girls in cyberspace is just one big lie. The whole thing's just a sad scam. That's basically majority of, you know, like those things that you get in commercials or phone calls. Sad reality of it. Just one big scam in capital letters, as bold as it can get. That's the sad reality of it. Anybody who falls prey for it is unwittingly imprisoning themselves for life inside cyberspace, thinking they've never left the real world at all. That makes sense. It also makes sense if you think about the name of the company behind it, Jorogumo. Jorogumo is a mythical spider who appears as a beautiful woman to attract men to her waterfall. They plunge in for her and die at her hands. Oh, I knew if there was anyone here who would know about this, it'd be you, May. You really know your occult history. Okay, so I get all that. But why go to the trouble of locking victims up in their room and then imprisoning them in cyberspace? If somebody's stuck inside Eden thinking they're still in the real world and don't log out, then all that's left inside the locked rooms are living bodies, which could be used for any number of things. Like what? According to police investigations, the victims' bodies are carried off by a third party and taken overseas to foreign countries. What? Why would anyone do that? A lot of the applicants are young and healthy. There are who knows how many people around the globe who'd want such fresh bodies. That is scary. That's so horrible. Dang right it is. My God. We don't know for sure that it's anything along those lines. It's just a theory right now. Just thinking about it gives me real goosebumps. Anyway, about that guy your assistant met a little while ago, what do you think has happened to him? It's hard to know for certain. On the one hand, his body might already be lost forever. But on the other hand, we might still have a shot at saving him. Might as well see if we can still call out to him. But we should be prepared for the worst. No kidding. What's this? Please, you need to log out. Is this another one of that kid's pranks? How many times do I have to tell you, buddy? I'm in the real world. I couldn't log out even if I wanted to. You must be pretty clueless if you think this could possibly be inside Eden. Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! Silence. Well, it couldn't hurt to try. I mean, there's no way it'll work. That's not how it works in the real world. I mean, come on. Again, with the silence. Huh? What am I seeing here? I don't get it. Error. Nowhere to log out. Yikes. Investigation of living doll, dead person complete. Report back to the detective agency. That's it? Huh. I mean, of course we had to deal with fighting that Infirmine, but that was a bit too... That's way bizarre right there. Anyway, 800 yen, 500 Cyber Sleuth points, and 1 Stun Barrier DX. There you go. The line between dreams and reality can be murky. It's why I can't dismiss the possibility outright. Who are we to say we don't live in a dream? I know, right? Okay, what does she have now? Detective Matayoshi says Arata has been seen in Shinjuku a lot. What's he up to? Okay, so we're back to Shinjuku. We're gonna go pay Arata a nice little visit. Shall we? Okay, back to Shinjuku. Ah, there he is. Hey! What are you doing around here? You're telling me the great Cyber Sleuth is just walking around looking for a job? I mean, what else? Just joking with you. If you're free, do you want to hang out? Actually, this written challenge just came from some mysterious guy. It says, in my hand, I am holding a very rare out-of-print edition of the comic Bakuen Delete. If you want it, accept the challenge. Basically, this is a rare comic contest. What do you think? Interesting, right? We should do it together. Hey, let's do it. Ah, I know. I'll send it to Kyoko as an official request. If she finds out we're slacking off work to go mess around, Kyoko's gonna explode. Like a volcano explode? Alright then. So back to the agency. If you want the super rare comic, you have to accept the challenge, right? Sounds interesting, huh? Let's take part. I'll go put in the request. Alright, so we just gotta go back to the agency. And accept Arata's request. A rare comic, huh? Let's find out. Alright, here it is. Rare comic collection. Oh, there it is. From Arata Sonata. In the Eden community area, a mysterious man has issued a challenge. A fight with rare comics at stake. Cyber Sleuth, I need your help. 1,000 yen, 500 Cyber Sleuth points, and a farm expansion plug-in. Let's do it. Rare comic collection. Investigation start. Alright. So let's meet up back with Arata. I can't believe it did not teleport me back to Arata. I mean, good grief. Hey, oh well. Oh, he's in the community area. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I was doing there for a second. I mean, sometimes it makes me think they're in the exact same location. But not this time. He's in the community area. Right, Eden community area. Ah, there you are. Oh, you're here at last. You're late. Oh, come on. Again with the whole being late business. Hey, is this your friend? Huh? Yeah, that. I mean, this is, Okay, so this is the guy you're doing the rare comic contest with this time? Okay, then, do your best. Well, see ya. David. So I was telling you about the written challenge from the suspicious guy, right? Yes. That suspicious guy is a rare comic collector. He brings participants in with the promise of rare comics and then gets them to answer fan questions he comes up with. All over Eden there are contest organizers, so-called game masters, who ask the questions everyone has to answer. You know what? The whole game master thing just reminds me of the game master from Digimon World 3. Yeah, the female game master from Digimon World 3. I need to go back to kind of do some more of that stuff on Digimon World 3. I haven't gotten to every single, like, side quest or anything of the sort like that. I haven't done every single one of them. I need to get back to that at some point, but we'll see. The way it works is that the first one to reach the rare comic collector will be presented with one of his best comics. You can't just buy a rare comic from the collector. Man, what I wouldn't do to get that rare comic. I'm literally salivating at the very thought. We've got to do it. We've got to win. We need to get our hands on that rare comic. He's determined. But then again, he is a comic freak. Huh? You want to know what Bakuen Delete is? It's a long story, but a good one. You know what? Let's go and listen. Okay. Bakuen Delete, or Baku Deli. Baku Deli. I wonder if that should, actually be the name of something at a deli department, or the deli section at a grocery store. Anyway, Bakuen Delete, or Baku Deli, is set in a turn-of-the-century dystopia. Bakuen, or Bomber Garden, is the scene of a wild hero and heroine adventure. The hero is Shokyo Haku. Of course, some of these are going to be educated guesses. He's the head of the student council, a brilliant genius and a senior at a private school called Saint Erase. Not just that, but he's an incredible hacker. Aku, Soku, Delete! He's vowed never to kill. He destroys evil hackers all in the name of justice. I like how Takumi's kind of shifting his eyes back and forth. I wonder if he's kind of imagining the story that Arata's telling him of the comic series. At the start of the series, he is a detective who can use hacking, but... Huh? Are you even listening to me? I guess I wasn't. Or, like I said, or he's just not listening. Because you know how long stories are, how long stories in video games go. It just kind of makes the main character kind of shift away from it. Or maybe potentially kind of doze off from it. It's happened a lot. Well, I did tell you it was a long story. Oh, but come on, we want to know more. Well, anyway, Bakuen Delete is now out of print. This is an amazing chance to get the final volume of the comic, which is extremely rare. Huh? Why is it out of print? Well, that's a long story. Want to hear it? Another long story. This is what I get for accepting your case. But I'm a nice guy. Okay, go for it. Well, it's just an overreaction. From when it was published, harmful hackers started to pop up in Eden, and people feared the comic was to blame. Believe it or not, they suspected the author of being a hacker himself, and he was arrested. After that, it was recalled and went out of print. Oh great, I'm going to start shifting away from it again. It was always just a minor comic with a few fans. The shop stopped stocking it 3 days before the arrest, making it an extremely rare comic. Now you can get the contents of the comic on the web. That almost says Comic-Con. Ah, good grief. Now you can get the contents of the comic on the web, but nothing beats the real deal. Hey, are you even listening to me again? I mean, of course I was listening. Huh? You want to know who the suspicious guy who issued the written challenge is? Well, basically, you see, I guess nobody really knows, to be honest. Well, I mean, he is called the suspicious guy for a reason. Okay, so this is the starting point. The Game Master must be around here somewhere. Let's find the first Game Master and solve the first puzzle. Ooh, puzzles. I love puzzles. Don't you? I don't understand why you should not love puzzles. Oh. A message from Lilamon. My friends are crazy for the Digimon folk dancing. They're so talented. Wow, Digimon folk dancing? That's something else. No wonder it's popular. Okay, let's find that Game Master. Game Master. Game Master. Aha! Low-level Game Master. You're also a participant in the contest, right? Okay, so answer the following question. Question! In which frame of which volume of the comic series did the main character's rival Ichinosuke Ginda first appear? Great. I mean, it probably would have been an ideal thing for Arata to answer it. Or, you know, talk to others for clues about it. Great. I think the first time around I actually tried going for the correct answers. But something tells me I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to take a guess. It's going to be Volume 2, Frame 9. Oh, this is a difficult question for you. It's an easy one for me. Well, of course, Arata. I mean, I think it was, I think no matter what, you're going to get the wrong answer, and then Arata will step in to get the right answer. The answer is Volume 43, Frame 2, right? It's a scene where General Asimov brings him to the classroom. Ha ha ha! Correct! Wow. Comic nerd, Arata. So yeah, if I remember correctly, it doesn't matter which answer you choose, Arata will step in and guess and have the correct answer. But this was just a beginner level question. Next, please go to the entrance of Eden. You will be asked another question by the next Game Master. Good thing we have Arata here with us. Okay, so now we have to go to the entrance for the next question. Okay, the second Game Master should be around here somewhere. Let's look for him and answer the next question. Oh yeah, and you'll have my back for answering the next question. And here he is. Are you the Game Master? Hehehe. Okay then, let's get started. Well, I guess that answer is a yes. Question! In Bakugan Delete, what is the name of the pet rabbit that belongs to Rodrigo, the main character's Japanese-Brazilian next-door neighbor? Of course, it's going to be another multiple choice of wrong answers. Rabbity, Mrs. Ears, Mrs. Nana. I guess it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to say Rabbity. The dog was called John, the cat was called Polish, and the monkey was called Ekaterina. Really? Is it Pionkichi? Pionkichi? Wow, that's amazing! Sorry, hold on. Let me get this. Correct! Oh boy, I love rolling the R's like that. I love the fact that I can roll the tongue now. I love that. Correct! So far, you've been able to answer all the questions easily. Just what I expect from you, Arata. Arata! Next, you should go to the Eden community area. Again? There you will be asked the final question by the next Game Master. The first one to answer the question correctly will be given the rare comic. Okay, try your best and good luck. Hehehe! Hehehe! That really does seem like it's more of a cackle than just a simple hehehe.